It's a pleasure to be here today at the opening of the Diamond Magistrates Court. This modern court represents the culmination of hard work by the judiciary to ensure further access to justice for Guyanese living in Region 4, particularly those living on the east bank of the Demerara. The importance of access to justice cannot be overstated, as it is crucial to the maintenance of the rule of law. When people get access to the justice system, they are empowered, as it is one of the prime mechanisms for persons to exercise their legal rights. These legal rights are enshrined in the Constitution and are found in our statutes and are declared in various international instruments to which Guyana is a signatory. As someone who has had an extensive legal career, I understand how important it is for the ordinary people to feel empowered through access to the courts to resolve their disputes. For them, it is an avenue to be heard and to feel justified. Ladies and gentlemen, it is for this reason that courts are important. It allows for the prosecution and defending of charges, persons to address their grievances and resolve conflicts in an environment that allows for fairness, due process, and protection under the law. Specifically, and important to why we are here today, magistrates' courts play a very important role within the legal system. For instance, among their many roles, it is the magistrates' courts that try summary criminal offenses and minor civil matters. Further, it is the magistrate courts that conduct preliminary inquiries into indictable criminal offenses. This is why this court is significant, as it removes one of the barriers that prevented persons from accessing the important services of the magistrate court. This barrier is physical access, as persons would have had to travel long distances to have their matters heard at another magistrate's court. However, this court at Diamond contributes to Guyana ensuring that there is sufficient and equal geographical distribution of justice institutions. Oftentimes, the ordinary Guyanese man and woman, and even children, have to travel long, arduous distances outside of their community to get to a magistrate's court. And the justice system, instead of bringing relief, brings hardship and more challenges. For example, as in the hinterland regions. And what is happening in those regions, for example, there's no greater access since the creation of capital towns. And for example, in Lethem, a magisterial district has been established there. And whereas you had court once every quarter, 3 months, you now have courts substantially 3 to 4 times a week. And that is what we call access to justice. The other capital towns are on train to do the same thing. And colleagues, you know that would require another occasion for me to go into the transformation that is being undertaken. And in those capital towns, they haven't taken on a life of their own. Having this court in Diamond allows Guyanese living in this magisterial district, despite their economic position, to have better access to the judicial system. At the Attorney General's Chamber and Ministry of Legal Affairs, we are doing our part to remove barriers to access to justice under the Support for the Criminal Justice System program, which is an IDB-funded project that is executed by the ministry. Through this program, the government has committed itself to reduce prison overcrowding and increase the use of alternative sentencing. This program enables the government to implement policies, conduct training, as well as review and draft legislation with a view to reforming the justice sector. One of the components of this project is the Legal Aid Clinic, which will provide legal aid to persons who cannot afford legal representation. Ladies and gentlemen, in concluding my brief remarks, it is important to note that Guyana over the years has made strides in the area of justice reform. New courts have opened throughout the length and breadth of this nation. Also, there are several projects targeted at improving the delivery of justice in Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, There's much to be proud of in our justice system, and I encourage all of us to continue to think critically about how we can improve access to justice. Finally, having said these few words, allow me to once again recognize the commitment of the judiciary in promoting and ensuring that our justice sector appropriately responds to the needs of the Guyanese people. I thank you.